Good morning everyone, I am Razel Bolgado and I will discuss what audio CDs and MP3 files are as instructional media in mathematics. Let's start with the definition. Audio CDs or MP3 files are sound-based instructional materials that allow students to learn mathematical ideas through listening. These materials are useful in math because they make the subject more accessible and flexible. Students can replay lessons anytime to understand difficult concepts like formulas or problem-solving steps. For example, if a student struggles with factoring, they can listen to a recorded explanation multiple times until they finally get it. It also encourages independent learning, especially outside the classroom. Now, let's move forward to the principles in using audio CDs or MP3 files. First, learning through active listening. Students should be encouraged to listen with purpose, not just hear the sound. They must mentally process what they hear and apply it to problems. For example, a recording explaining how to factor polynomials while students follow along with their notes and try to solve one example themselves. Number 2, clarity and accuracy. All mathematical information in the recording must be precise and easy to understand. Any incorrect pronunciation or unclear formula might confuse the students. For example, a recording clearly explaining how to use the quadratic formula, properly stating each symbol and value. Number 3, relevance. The audio material must match the lesson objectives and the student's grade level. For example, for grade 9 students, an audio about trigonometry should include familiar context like measuring buildings or trees using angles. Number 4, engagement. The recording should be interesting and lively to hold students' attention. Tone, pacing, and storytelling make a big difference. For example, a fun podcast episode about geometry showing how architects use shapes in buildings. Number 5, reinforcement. Audio materials should be used to support and review classroom discussions, not replace the teacher. For example, after a face-to-face discussion on statistics, the teacher plays an audio summary of the topic to strengthen recall. Lastly, accessibility. All students should have an equal opportunity to hear and understand the audio. For example, the teacher ensures good speaker volume and gives written notes so students can follow along easily. Now, let's move on to the guidelines in using audio media. Number 1, review the audio. Teachers should listen to the audio first to check accuracy, clarity, and appropriateness. Number 2, set learning objectives. Clearly tell students what they must learn or focus on before listening. Number 3, play short segments. Divide the recording into short and understandable parts. Number 4, encourage note-taking and participation. Let students write down keywords, formulas, or examples as they listen to the audio. Number 5, combine with visuals. Use visual aids like drawings or slides alongside the audio explanation. Lastly, number 6, evaluate understanding. Always check comprehension through short discussions or quizzes after listening. Now, the following is how audio CDs or MP3 files can help or be used in mathematics class. Number 1, trigonometry. Mnemonic songs for trigonometric ratios like SOHCAHTOA. This helps students memorize ratios through rhythm and repetition. Songs make math terms stick easily in long-term memory. Number 2, quadratic equations. Audio guide explaining step-by-step how to solve using the quadratic formula. It allows students to pause, rewind, and follow the computation at their own pace, improving understanding of each step. Number 3, statistics and probability. Storytelling podcasts about predicting weather or drawing conclusions from data shows how statistics apply to real-life problems, making math practical and meaningful. Number 4, sequences and series. Audio lesson comparing arithmetic versus geometric patterns. Students hear real-life examples like salary increases or cell division, helping them visualize the concept. Last, geometry. Narration describing different polygons and their real-world examples. Encourages imagination by connecting shapes to everyday structures like houses, tiles, or art. Overall, using audio CDs or MP3 files in math enhances students' listening, comprehension, and imagination. It allows teachers to teach complex ideas in a way that's more human, relatable, and enjoyable. Especially for high school students, it helps bridge the gap between abstract math and real-world experiences. That's all, thank you.
Yeah, I'm plotting a life out on a coordinate plane. From let's part the new to a new domain. Got a slope to climb, a line that's so steep, but I know my functions, secrets that they keep. Found a right angle, triangle, sides, Pythagorean theorems looking right at me. Got a circle, a circumference, a radius in my sight. Thinking about tangents, keeping my head on right. Geometry, language of the physical world. From Euler's formula to the net that's unfurled. From parallel lines to planes that intersect. It's the logic in order that I've learned to respect. So I'm solving for X, proving the congruent sides. My mind is a compass and it's got nowhere to hide. My problems are transformations, reflections and spins. Mirroring my failures and my wins. Got a prism of possibilities, a pyramid of dreams. Breaking down complex ideas to the simplest of scenes. Oh, dilations and rotations, a change in my view. A postulating a theorem, proving what is true. Yeah, my life is a construction, a blueprint so grand. It's all about geometry, with a protractor in my head. Geometry, the language of the physical world. From Euler's formula to the net that's unfurled. From parallel lines to planes that intersect. It's the logic in order that I've learned to respect. So I'm solving for X, proving the congruent sides. My mind is a compass and it's got nowhere to hide.
Good morning, everyone. I am Angelica Acoheta, and today I will be discussing an interesting and creative way in teaching mathematics through the use of storytelling or audio scenarios as an instructional media. So, storytelling and audio scenarios are instructional tools where mathematical ideas are presented through recorded stories, dramatizations, or spoken narratives. These can be in the form of podcast, voice clips, or live teacher narration. This method supports auditory learners and helps students visualize mathematical problems in real-world scenarios. For the principle of storytelling or audio scenarios, first is contextualization principle. The story must relate to the learner's experiences or culture to make learning meaningful. So dapat related sa imong learners ang imong story, kaya once makarelate sila, they will find your lesson more meaningful and mas maintindihan na gid nila kung paano bala i-apply ang math sa ilang daily life. The next one is the engagement principle. The story should be interesting and emotionally engaging. So dapat ang imong story is interesting kag para makapture mo ang attention sa imong students. Kaya once na ubra mo na, mas maging motivated sila and mas interested sa imong topic. So, ibig sabihin, mas maintindihan pagi nila kag dasig nila matun-an ang imo ginatudlo. The third one is the concept integration principle. The math concept should be naturally embedded within the story, showing how it applies in real-life situations. So, diri, dapat, ang mga karakter sa imong story is sila man mismo ang ma-solve sang mga problems sa imong story. The fourth one is cognitive development principle. Stories should move from simple to more complex ideas. So diri, dapat ang story natin is ma-start sa simple ideas and slowly by slowly makadto kita sa more difficult nga mga ideas. Kag para makahelp kita sa aton nga learners understand the story step by step. Lastly, the inclusivity principle. Use simple, inclusive language that all learners can understand. So, dapat ang aton nga story is gagamit kita sa clear and simple nga language para ang aton nga learners is maintindihan kung ano bala ang aton nga unod sa aton nga story. For the guidelines of storytelling or audio scenarios, the first one is to prepare clear learning objectives before creating the story. So, before kita mag-start or mag-record ng story, dapat balanon naton kung ano nga math concepts ang itudlo naton sa aton nga students kag ano bala nga skills ang mabalaan nila sa aton nga story, kag muna ang obrahon naton nga learning objectives para clear sa imo kung ano ang expect mo at the end of your lesson. Number 2 is choose stories that are age appropriate, relevant, and connected to real life. So dapat mapikita sang story nga naga-match sa edad sang aton nga learners sa ilang nga interest kag sa experiences. Kaya once makarelate sila sang mga muna, ang students naton is more likely nga maintindihan ang imo ginatudlo and ma-apply nila ang imo nga math concepts nga ginatudlo sa ila. The next one is record or narrate with clear diction and proper pacing. So kung magsulat kita or mag-record sang atong nga story, dapat mas-speak clearly kita and comfortable speed. Ibig sabihin, hindi tamaan kadasig and hindi man tamaan kahinay kay para makafollow ang students sa atong nga story. The next one is insert short pauses or guiding questions during the story. So while nag-story ikaw, include ikaw sang short pauses or simple questions to help your students think and reflect. Para man bala nga engaging para sa ila ang imo nga story, kag ma-encourage pagid sila nga i-connect ang event sa imo story sa real life situations. Lastly, facilitate a short discussion afterward to connect the story with the math concept. So after sang story is have a short conversation with your students kag para i-review mo sila kung ano ang natabo sa students kag paano na siya ma-relate sa math lesson. So by doing this, makabulig ni siya sa imo nga student, maka-understand between sa connections ang imo nga story kag sang mathematical ideas. Example of math topics. First is measurement, particularly perimeter and area. Scenario: Anna is decorating their classroom. She measures the sides of the bulletin board, which is 4 meters by 3 meters. Find the total area to cover with colored paper. Some other areas of mathematics that can also include storytelling or audio scenarios are fractions, ratio and proportion, decimals and money, and statistics and data. For our class activity, group yourselves into 9. Each group will create a story focusing on one math concepts. For the group 1, they will focus on measurement, group 2, fractions, group 3, ratio and proportion, Group 4, decimals and money, and Group 5, statistics and data. Good day, students! Today, I will tell you about a group of learners who use mathematics to prepare for their school fair. The grade 9 class was building a rectangular booth. They measured the space 6 meters long and 4 meters wide. Now, tell me, class, if they want to cover the inside of the booths with mats, what measurement should they find? Yes, the area. And how do we find the area? Correct. Length times width. So, 6 times 4 is 24 square meters. That is the total space inside. Then, one student asked, "Ma'am, how about the ribbon we will wrap around the booth?" What do you think? What measurement do we use to find the distance around the booth? Exactly, the perimeter. Let us add all sides. 6 plus 4 plus 6 plus 4 is 20 meters. That is how much ribbon they need. During the fair, their booth looked perfect. The mats fit inside and the ribbon wrapped neatly around. Ma'am Rivera smiled and said, "See, math helps us build, plan, and measure in real life." That would be all. Thank you for listening.